Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. I'm Chelsea, the Executive Practice Coordinator here at Butler Wills and Estates. Today we wanted to talk about something a little bit different. Instead of looking at a specific estate law topic, we wanted to talk about a digital resource that we've put together for people to be able to use at home. With the coronavirus going around, a lot of people have contacted us saying that they want to get an Advance Healthcare Directive made, but they're not quite comfortable leaving their homes to go to an office to get their document done. So we put together a DIY kit that you can complete at home. This kit includes instructions for properly preparing an Advance Healthcare Directive, a completed example for reference, and your choice of 4 forms to complete based on your preferences and different factors discussed in the kit. And this kit also includes explanations, tips, a glossary, and some frequently asked questions. So let's take a look at the kit and see what we have in here. So in the beginning, we are covering who should use this kit. This kit is valid for Newfoundland and Labrador only. It's not valid outside the province. Also, you must be at least 19 years old in order to sign any legal document. So to start, we are looking at what an Advance Healthcare Directive is. And we've talked about this before, especially in our video about the difference between an Advance Healthcare Directive and a Do Not Resuscitate order. If you're not sure what the difference is or whether or not you can include a DNR or Do Not Resuscitate in your healthcare directive, make sure to check out that video before you get the kit and fill it in. So a healthcare directive is a document that appoints someone to make medical decisions on your behalf if you're unable to make those decisions yourself. The person you appoint only speaks for you if you cannot communicate your decisions in any way. So this is a document that would be used down the road. It's not necessarily something that you would need right now, but if you don't have it prepared ahead of time, it's not something that you can make after you've lost your capacity, or if you're for some reason physically incapable of expressing your decision, so something like a coma or a stroke where you couldn't communicate in any way. So once we've looked at what a healthcare directive is in general, this kit looks at sections of the Advance Healthcare Directive in more detail. We base this document on a document that we make in our office for clients, so there might be sections in this kit that you wouldn't necessarily see in any other kit because our documents are custom made for each client. So it follows the same formatting. So we wanted to make sure that we went through every single section to make sure that you understand what exactly it is that's in your document. So we include things like naming a decision maker when the document comes into effect, instructions for end-of-life treatments, and the differences between comfort measures and extraordinary measures, which is a conversation that is very personal, and it's important to make sure that you know what you want before you sign your document. This document can also include organ and tissue donation. So this is for donation of organs and tissues after you pass away. So this document includes donation for transplant purposes only, and you can agree or disagree to it. That's one of the ways you can customize your document, but it is for transplant only. It doesn't include research options. So a lot of the time people say that they would want to do something like donate their body to science. That's separate from this document. We also made sure to look at the signature and witnessing requirements so that your document is valid if you make it at home. One of the biggest concerns for DIY kits for legal documents is that they aren't executed properly. So there are instructions in here for making sure that your signature and your witnesses and everything that you need to make sure that your document is valid, the information's in here to make sure that it's done properly. We've also covered the last page of the document, which is a declaration of incapacity by 2 physicians. So this is the document that says that you do not have your capacity to make medical decisions, and this is something that would get used down the road. We also took a look at the Advance Healthcare Directives Act from 1995, which provides the guidelines basically for any healthcare directive document, and it outlines 3 main decisions that cannot be made by a substitute decision maker. So medical treatment for the primary purpose of research, sterilization that is not medically necessary, and removal of tissue from your body while you're alive. Those are 3 things that nobody can decide for you, no matter who you choose. So we took a look at those to make sure that you know what it is that your decision maker can and cannot decide for you. Speaking of decision maker, we've also got some tips for choosing a decision maker. Frequently, people choose their children, their spouse, their siblings, close friends, basically anybody that you would trust to do what is best for you if you could not do it yourself. Just like you have to be at least 19 years old to sign this document, your decision maker also has to be at least 19 years old. And we've got a bit of a discussion in there of which traits are a good choice for a decision maker. Once you've read through all the instructions and the explanations in here, use the chart on the page, which form should I use, to determine which choice of document is best for you. There's 4 options, and it's based on if you want one decision maker, multiple decision makers, comfort care, or extraordinary measures. Once you've chosen which form is the best option for you, follow the instructions in the How to Complete the Advance Healthcare Directive section. It's important that you don't change the clauses in the document. Removing or editing the clauses could change the meaning of your document, and we don't want to accidentally invalidate something or put in something that's contradictory. So remember that deviating from the instructions may invalidate your document. So the instructions are very straightforward. They're easy to follow. You can either type your information into the PDF, print it out and sign it, or you can print it first and handwrite your information. Either way is completely valid. If you do make multiple documents, remember that your witnesses must sign each one, and make sure that you keep those documents somewhere safe. We've also got a section for frequently asked questions. So these are the questions that we get asked most often when someone comes in to make an Advance Healthcare Directive. And this is the section that covers the difference between an Advance Healthcare Directive and a Do Not Resuscitate order. So take a read through these, and this section is followed by the terminology. So throughout the kit, there are terms in bold. All of those terms can be found in the glossary with a definition as to what those terms are. Following the terminology section, we've got a completed example of form number 1 for the healthcare directive. This form is one decision maker with comfort care instructions. So you can see on the example where it is that you're supposed to fill information in, where you can put your initials for saying yes or no to organ and tissue donation, and you can see where everybody would sign. So once you've completed your document, it should look like the example, but with handwritten signatures as opposed to the typed ones that are in the example. The page where your substitute decision maker signs, they don't need to sign this yet. This is only down the road, so they would sign if the time came for them to take over. And lastly, we've got the declaration of incapacity by 2 physicians where you would fill in your name. You don't need to worry about any other information on those pages. So each form has 6 pages, and once you get into the sections where you can fill them in, you should notice on the very last page where it says the end of the form. So it'll say end of form 1, end of form 2, etc. You can print as many as you want. Make sure that you keep them somewhere safe, and as long as you have your capacity, you're over 19, you can change this whenever you'd like. So this kit is available from our website. There's a link in the description below where to go to find that, or you can just go directly to the website butlerwillsandestates.com. It's available for $50 plus HST. You can purchase it online using any major credit card or PayPal. If you would prefer to use an e-transfer, send me an email at chelsea@butlerwillsandestates.com and we'll set that up for you. You can also give us a call at our office at 709-221-5511.